Hello guys, happy Tuesday and welcome back to Imperfect Action with Jade. It's been a minute. I have been busy with all the things, end of year, closing out. I just moved, so I've been busy with that and holidays, all the good stuff. So missed a few lives, but we're back now and we're gonna make some live calls today. Hey Savannah, thanks for getting on here. I am going to switch it up today. This is definitely taking imperfect action. Typically my muscle that I've been flexing a lot has been direct to agent. All the calls that I have done on here, most of the calls I do are with agents. I do talk to sellers, but it's typically on market for one, and it's either the agent themselves is the seller or we're doing like three-way calls with the seller, right? So used to do a lot of direct to seller a long time ago, stopped doing that for a while, and now it's all direct to agent. But I am wanting to sprinkle in more direct to seller. I just want to flex both of those muscles, have lead generation from both. So today I have a direct to seller list. These are expired listings. So I'm going to go through. It's probably going to be a bit more, usually with agents, even though sometimes they don't answer the phone. We typically know it's the right number. We know they're going to call back. With sellers, when you're skip tracing them, you're going to get a lot of wrong numbers, a lot of wrong people, a lot of inactive numbers. I don't know how the skip tracing service is, to be honest. So we'll see how this goes. I haven't called on this list yet. So we'll give them a call and you guys will see me. I don't have a script. I don't do very well with scripts. I'm not saying this is good or bad. I just go with the flow and take the conversation where it leads me. I just say what I feel is right in the moment. I don't follow a script. So maybe I should work on a script if that'd be helpful for you guys. Maybe I'll do something like that. So you're going to see me just make these calls and pretty off the cuff. So let's see. Let me get my first one ready. If you guys are watching right now or later, of course, this is always going to be on my YouTube channel, so you can go back and rewatch it. If you are watching now or later, throw a comment in the chat if you're doing either direct to agent or direct to seller. Let me know what you mainly do. I know a lot of people, do a little mixture, but what's your main focus right now? Okay. Let's give this one a shot.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Probably going to get a lot of that. My area code is not in this area that I'm calling. So let's double dial.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 3-1.
I don't know if I should leave voicemails. Maybe I should be texting these people. think for the sake of this live, I may just text instead of spending time doing voicemails. Okay, I gotta make sure I'm marking, skip tracing gives you multiple numbers, so I gotta make sure that I'm keeping track of which ones I have called. By the way, if you're watching this, I know Savannah's watching. She just got a contract signed, and I think we have a few more that should be getting signed this week. So that is super exciting, just in time for Christmas and the end of the year. Sorry, y'all are watching me take this imperfect action while I decide how I'm going to make sure I keep track of what I've done so far. I think a color coding is probably going to be the best. Now, let's make sure I remember what the color coding is. Okay. Let's go to the next one. These are expired. This list is a little old. Not too old, but a little old. So I did go back earlier today and I went through and I saw which ones are still or have been put back on the market. A lot of times with expired listings, they go expired and then they get relisted with a different agent a lot of times. So there were a handful that had been relisted. I'm not going to reach out to the seller on those. I'll probably go back and reach out to the agent on those.
Please leave your message for. Please leave your message.
Okay. Let me text these. For this purpose, at least today, I don't know if I'm going to continue this way, but at least for today, what I'm going to do is usually when you skip trace, you get multiple phone numbers, like 5 to 10 phone numbers. And so right now I'm just going through the first one that it gives me. I really wish I'm going through the first one that it gives me, and then I'm just going to each one versus trying to call in all the numbers for a single address. I really wish if anyone knows how to do this and I just haven't figured it out, please let me know. But I really wish that this isn't a thing. I wish that in iMessage you could save templates for texting. Wouldn't that make everything so much easier? I wish you could do that, and I wish you could. Sorry, I'm trying to text and talk at the same time. I wish you could save templates, and I wish you could schedule text to go out. You know how in email and Gmail you can schedule what time you want the email to be sent. I wish you could do that for text. Apple, if you're watching, this is what I need in my life. So I'm just gonna copy this message in my notes so I don't have to type this every time. So like I said, this is not a script. I'm literally just making this up as I'm typing, basically. So I just say, hi, whatever the seller's name is. Hi, John. This is Jade. I was reaching out about the home on Main Street. I noticed it went off market and was wondering if you're still interested in selling. That's all I'm saying. If it's the right number, then they'll respond. If not, then he's going to be like, what are you talking about? If anyone has a better script for expired text, let me know. I'm all ears. We'll just see how this works out. Okay. Right? Wouldn't that be game changer if Apple did that? All right, next.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Well, shoot. We're getting a lot of voicemails. Has anyone ever called sellers on like Christmas Eve or Christmas? I am curious. I mean, I would assume you would get a lot more answers, maybe. If I was a seller, I don't know if I would answer my phone on Christmas Eve or Christmas, but whoops, almost wrote the wrong street name. Okay. Oops. I don't see a link. I wonder if YouTube just isn't letting you put it up. Can you DM me on Instagram? Because I need that. That would be so cool. Also, if anyone's watching this and yeah, I agree. I could see sellers getting mad. I've seen sellers get mad for, maybe not mad, maybe mad's not the word, but just like irritated for getting called on Sundays. But that's also when you get a lot of answers. So it's kind of like, yeah, they might be a little irritated, but they answered the phone and you're still having that conversation with them. Um, I don't know. I can see how holidays may be a little bit touchy, but you never know, I guess. Oh, that number like hung up on me. Let's see. Whenever I hit call, it just ends the call immediately. Okay. I'm gonna take that as that's a bad number. Is that what that means? I mean, it didn't go to a voicemail, it just hangs up on you. Let's try a different number for this guy. Oh, that's the same number. Oh, that's the only number that came up for this guy. Okay. That's what I was saying. If any of you guys are in the Dallas area, there is a monthly meetup tonight. It's usually on the last Tuesday of every month, but since next week is Christmas, it is this Tuesday. It's tonight. If you guys need the link to register for it and get the information, just shoot me a DM on Instagram and I will send that over to you.
The person you are trying to reach is not accepting calls at all.
I'm writing down what I'm color coding stuff because I'm totally gonna forget later and be like, what does this color mean? Hi, Abraham. Thanks for hopping in here. I am, for anyone that just wasn't on in the beginning, I am calling sellers today. So this is why I'm not getting a lot of answers as much as I usually do. I'm calling a direct to seller list, and those can be spotty. So hopefully we'll get a few calls, few conversations before we hop off here today. Hello?
Yes,
Hey, is this Armando?
who's speaking?
This is Jade. I was just calling about your house on Newton Drive.
What did you say?
I was calling about the house on Newton Drive. Do I have the right number?
What do you need?
Oh, I noticed it was for sale and I saw it went off market, and I was just curious if you guys
No,
are
no, no,
still.
no, no. No. I don't sell my house now.
Oh, you don't want to sell anymore?
No anymore.
Oh, okay, you're just going to hang on to it for now then.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. There's a little bit of language barrier there. I could hear someone in the background trying to translate for him. He doesn't want to sell anymore. So we obviously didn't get to figure out why. I'll probably put him under follow-up and call him back maybe in a month or two and see if he wants to sell again. Usually a lot of people, let's see, December 19th. So a lot of people have taken off their houses from the market, probably like in the last month, the last 30 days between November and December. They're taking their houses off the market and they're going to wait until the spring or wait until, after January, after February, when it gets a little bit warmer and the holidays are done, people will relist it. So a lot of these people that say, I don't want to sell right now, may just be planning to push it off. So obviously didn't get very much information off him. So I may just call him back after the holidays and see if he's planning to relist it or sell again. I'm gonna make myself some notes. That was the first call we had. Wasn't a great call, but it's okay. Okay.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
Well,
Your call has been forwarded.
I'm gonna go ahead and text that one. So by the way, guys, I'm keeping this super simple. I know a major question that everyone asks is like, what CRM do you use, and what texting service do you use? What are you calling off of? Keep it so simple. I don't use any of that. My CRM is Google Sheets. You can do a lot in Google Sheets. You guys have heard me say this a ton. You can do a lot in, let me go ahead and put, you can do a lot in Google Sheets, and you can label stuff and you can integrate it, all kinds of stuff. But so that's really all you need is just set up Google Sheets. I am just calling off my phone. I don't have a system. I don't have a system or anything like that. I'm just calling off my phone, texting off my phone, and I'm just using Google Sheets. So I'm keeping it super simple, super low cost, nothing crazy. You don't need a lot to make some calls and generate leads. This is a landline. Let's see. There's no mobile number generated with this lead.
The number you dialed.
Well, I may not have a good number. Yep, that was the only numbers for that lead. Dang it. Yeah. Google's awesome. You just have to learn it or just partner with someone that knows how to use it and can set things up for you and make your life a lot easier. Oh, I do not know how to say this person's first name. Don't want to butcher it, but
Call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Hello.
hey, this is Jade. I was reaching out about the house on Skillman Street.
Excuse me?
The house on Skillman Street. Do I have the right number?
I do apologize. Ma'am, you did not.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Good luck to you.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks. Bye. Wrong number. Okay, I only have one. Oh, no, I guess I have two more. Oh no, this one has like a ton of phone numbers attached to it. Okay.
Please leave your message for. Please leave your message for.
Oops. Okay, let me send this one a text. Okay, let me make that one. I'm finally making calls again after a few months of being on the sidelines, doing agent outreach here in SoCal. Yay! I'm glad you're finally jumping in and making some phone calls. That's exciting. How long have you been doing it? And any luck yet? Have you had some conversations, built some good rapport? Do you need help with anything? Is there something that you're finding is difficult when it comes to agent outreach? Something that you could use some help on? Let me know. Hi, Shanna. Thanks for getting in here and watching. Man, it is freezing in this room right now. I'm very curious to see what the market does in 2024. I know everyone's going crazy over the rates dropping a little bit, so it'd be interesting to see what that does for the market overall, for agent outreach, specifically getting creative deals. Haven't got any text back from any of these sellers.
leave your message for. Please leave your message for.
Okay. Okay. A lot of voicemails today, y'all. I started back again last Thursday, continued making calls on Friday, but I didn't make any calls over the weekend, and yesterday I was really sick. Well, good. Like, I heard Pace say this in a Zoom or a live or something last week, and I've been repeating it ever since. It's so good. Done is better than perfect. So I think that, that's the main reason behind this weekly live, taking imperfect action, is done is better than perfect. Making these calls, nobody makes a perfect call. I feel like, communication and making calls is a constant skill. You get better over time, and you're not going to get any better just sitting, on the sidelines, not making calls, or just continuously watching people. Yes, you can learn from watching, but that shouldn't be all you do. It should be a good mixture of watching and learning and taking notes and going and implementing and messing up and saying the wrong things and having, a conversation and, falling over yourself, not knowing what to say. And then you figure it out slowly the more and more calls you make, right? So done is better than perfect. So good. And by the way, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. If you guys are not in the if you guys are not in the 12 days of Christmas, I honestly don't know how many days are left. 4 or 5 maybe. If you're not in the 12 days of Christmas and you want to sign up, I'll put this link right here. You can sign up. Every single day there's someone else talking, usually over different topics. There's been multifamily, wholesaling, just focusing on different parts of the business, different lead generation strategies, stuff like that. It's been really, really good, really insightful. And there is the link. So go there. It starts at 5 Central Time today. So go check it out. I'm sure you'll get some value from it.
call has been forwarded to an Your call has been forwarded.
Another text. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what it's about. I think that's something, people will get really, really nervous to call agents, and, I get it, but at the same time, they are publicly selling this property. They have their phone number out there, they're actively marketing it. You're the buyer, you're the one with the money, you're the one that's going to get them paid. So, first, you shouldn't be nervous for those reasons. You're just a customer calling someone that is selling something publicly. They've put it out there to give them a call. So that's all you're doing. And two, all you need to focus on in the call is building that rapport. You're just having a conversation with another human being, just building a relationship, maybe talk a little bit about the property, talk a little bit about, what your goals are, maybe how you guys could work together. Like, it just needs to be casual conversation. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. And, that is, I think, where direct to seller and direct to agent can be a little bit different. Sellers, you're obviously tracking down their information. Their house isn't necessarily on the market. And, at least with expireds, that they were trying to sell recently, but it's not on the market. You're tracking them down, calling them. They're not in the business of customer service. So it can be a little bit different calling sellers in that regard. But with agents, it can be very relaxed, even though you do get some crazy agents here and there. But overall, it can be pretty relaxed, and you're just focused on chatting with them and having a normal conversation. Not too high stressed. I'm probably about to hop off here, guys, but I'm going to tell a quick story about this deal we just got. So we actually just got the contract like right before I got on here. I got an email with the seller sent us the contract. So a quick breakdown of the story. So the seller is actually the agent, and the property was in an email campaign that we did. The seller was interested, and the seller was interested, seller agent was interested, and we did a couple phone calls going through what the offer was. She was actually behind on payments. So this happened to be a duplex, renting out one side. She was living in the other, and she is like 12 grand behind on payments. So we're able to catch those payments up and give her some more money in her pocket. I think she's wanting to buy something immediately. I just blanked on that part. I think she's the one that she's wanting to go buy something else immediately. So we're giving her enough money to move on, provide a down payment, and we're going to catch up all her arrears and keep her current tenants in place. And so the tenants actually, one side's bigger than the other, so the tenants actually want to move over to the bigger side and pay quite a bit more than they are currently in rent. So that might be an option, but yeah, you never know. Sometimes I've come across quite a few where the agent is the seller, and this is one. So this was a great solution for her, and hopefully she brings us some clients to work with as well, since she'll be a great resource where she can basically, verify and say, this was a great solution for me. Maybe this is a great solution for you. So as an agent and a seller, I think she is going to be really a great resource long term after we close this baby. And we had another one recently. We have not gotten the contract yet. I was actually pretty upset. I thought we were going to get the contract, and like the day that he was supposed to send over the signed contract, he's like, "Oh, I actually got a higher offer. Sorry." But I had reached out to him about a property he had listed. The offer did not work for that listing for the sellers, but he was like, "Hey, I actually have my own property that I need to get out of, and I'm open to creative finance. Shoot me an offer." We came to terms, wrote the contract and everything. We don't have it at this time, so hopefully that one will swing back around. But oddly enough, that seller had actually done a subject to transaction with another one of his properties already. So he was super familiar, super open to doing it. Let me think, that one, I think he's trying to remodel his current property, like the house he lives in. And so he needs money for that, for one. And for two, he said he was moving his buy box, so he didn't want to hang on to this one anymore. And so he was like all for it. He was already familiar with it. So even though we hear of a lot of sellers, not knowing what sub 2 is, or, not being on board, you do get these sellers or these agents that already know what it is. They're on board either for their client or for themselves. I've had, I just gave you 2 examples, but we've had a handful that the agents actually the sellers themselves, and they're ready to discuss a creative option. Yep. Ryan Zolan goes live all the time, makes calls. He does a really awesome job, and he's always super relaxed and just trying to have a conversation with them. Yes, contract coming soon. Even when people say, "Oh, we have a higher offer, we have a better offer," I take that as a grain of salt, really, because those higher offers a lot of times are not good deals. People end up backing out. Buyers can't fulfill. So a lot of times those become back available. So I'm expecting either him to reach out and say, "Hey, are you guys still interested?" Or I'll be following up with him and to see if something happens. So stay tuned. We'll see if we get that one. Okay, guys. Next, I will be live on Thursday for Not So Jaded podcast. I will not be doing live calls next week since it'll be the day after Christmas, and I'm actually going to be traveling that day, so will not be doing live calls then, but I will be live this Thursday and next Thursday. Like I said, if you're in the Dallas area, come out to the meetup tonight. Would love to network with you. It is a record player. I was really sad. I was messing with it before I went live, and I can't get it to turn on. I was going to play some little jams in the back, and I don't know. I don't know if it burnt out on me or what, but maybe I need to get a new one. Anyways, guys, as always, DM me on Instagram if you need help with any deals. DM me on Instagram if you need help with any deals, if you need help talking to an agent or talking to a seller, if you have questions about, just anything, creative finance, if the deal's good, whatever you need, reach out. Would love to chat with you. You can always submit your deals here so I can see them. We can JV together and work the leads together. And until next time, I will see you guys on Thursday. Thank you. See you guys next time.